Hey, Kevin here, and today I'm actually going to share kind of a what's the right word I'm looking for? Maybe like vulnerable, a little bit of a vulnerable story with you, and because what I want to do is kind of find out where do you sit in this whole area of giving and receiving? And to be quite honest, I used to totally suck at receiving. I was great at giving and sharing of myself, but not so great at receiving. And in fact, a few years back. I was calling my friend Joe Polish, and it was I've been in this 25K mastermind group for 8 years now, and I was calling him one day, and this was like maybe I don't know 4 or 5 years ago. I had given him a call on his cell phone and got his voicemail. I didn't leave a message. I just hung up and figured, well, I'm going to see him down at the mastermind group in Phoenix in a couple of days, anyways. I'll just talk with him then. And he calls me back a few minutes later, and he's like, "Kev, what'd you want?" And I don't even remember what it was at this point. It doesn't really even matter. But what I can tell you is he was like, "Kev," because I'm like, "Oh, Joe, no big deal. Don't worry about it. I'll just talk to you at 25K in a couple of days when I see you." And he's like, "No, it was important enough for you to call. Let's talk now." And then 2 days later, at the mastermind group in Phoenix, he kind of lays into me in front of the whole group, tells everybody the story about how I called him and I didn't want to bother him, so I didn't leave a message. And he's like, "Look, Kev, you've been in this group for a couple of years now, and you're one of the most giving guys I know, but yet you totally suck at receiving. And what I want to see is I want to see by a show of hands, by everyone in the group here. There's about 30, 35 people there. And he's like, I want to see by a show of hands, if Kevin were to pick up the phone and call any one of you and ask you for a favor, assuming it was reasonable, would any one of you turn him down?" And everybody in the room was like, "No, absolutely not. My gosh, Kevin, we love you. Man, ask us for anything." And of course, that was a game changer for me because I certainly did feel that, like, here I am, and then here's all the other guys in the group, and I just, for whatever reason, thought they were up here and that they were like busy entrepreneurs, too busy for me, and I certainly wouldn't want to bother them with my little stuff or ask for a favor or ask for help or whatever. I just kind of figured out myself, and what I learned was that when we are this giving kind of a person, it's okay to ask for what we want to. It's okay to let people know what we're working on, what we're excited about, how they can help us, all of that kind of stuff. And recently I was sharing this with a client, and I challenged them. I said, you know what? Ask somebody, excuse me, ask somebody in your life for something, and make it something substantial because you're a giving person too. So that being the case, they already know that of you, and so try this and see. And she came back to me the next week and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Kev, what an incredible experience that was." And so I'm going to give you the same challenge. If you two know already that you are already this giving, generous, caring person, but yet you kind of don't really ask people for what you want, I want to invite you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and do that. And do that now. Do it like today. And when you do, or maybe you've already done this recently as a result of some of the interaction we've had. And if so, post your comments below because I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if you do this exercise. I'd love to hear what your experience is with it because I guarantee it's going to be a good one. And I can't wait to hear back from you. That's it for this week. Talk with you later. Bye for now.